Good afternoon, Coolest Coast. It's time for Coffee on the Coast. Good afternoon, everyone. Welcome to this episode of Coffee on the Coast. I'm your host today, Tina Prigge. Delighted to welcome back to the show Tony Plekan from Manitowoc Public Library. Hi, Tony.
Hey,
How's
glad to
everything
be here.
going today?
Oh, it's going really well. Can't argue with the weather. It's another fantastic day.
Yeah, we'll take this. It feels like a nice early spring. If the groundhog got it wrong, I'm totally okay with that.
Yep. You can try again next year, so that's okay. Take his mulligan.
He gets a mulligan. Hey, you are here today because you've got two upcoming programs that really are to talk about the power of your library card, right? It's kind of like if you have a Manitowoc Public Library card, you have a Willy Wonka golden ticket.
Yeah, we're allowing people into the factory, so to speak, so you can see all the inner workings, learn a little bit more about the library, and this is really about maximizing what your library card can do for you. What it grants you access to, the number of collections that we have available, the different types of technology and other resources that are available at the library. So these two sessions, which we're calling Card Smart, are really just about identifying those fundamental skills of using a library so you get the most out of your experience here.
So the first one that you've got, I think this program is tonight, right? Wednesday, February 18th at 5:30 p.m. Library Card Basics. What are some of the things that that you're going to cover?
Yeah, this is very for like people who might be new to libraries or even new to like the area, because like our library specific, it's those basic skills. So like, how do you manage your library card account? How do you place a hold on an item? Because we have so many items in here, and we can also get live books from other libraries like the Leicester Public Library. We have actually 6 libraries in our system. So how do you access all those resources? Because you can go beyond the building with just your one card. That's good at all 6 locations. As well as checking out materials, navigating nonfiction, which I know that can be a little tricky for some people who are less experienced with it, kind of knowing the different, like, because it's numerical by subject and then alphabetical by author. So like, how do you navigate that to find the book that you want? So that's really what tonight is about. Again, those fundamental skills of using the library.
To make people, aware and comfortable with it, right? So that they know what to
Yeah.
do.
Well, and even if like you kind of have your place that you go to, like, oh, I always go to the news section. Well, there's more books and there's more options available to you at the Manitowoc. So I just want to highlight some of those. And this is also the perfect opportunity for you to ask your questions. If there's things that you wanted more practice with or want to know about the library, this is really for the public. So just come in. I'd be happy to guide you through anything you want to know.
Where is it taking place at the library?
It'll be in the upstairs boardroom on the Manitowoc Public Library boardroom at 5:30 tonight. There's no registration. You don't have to sign up. Just come through the door, bring your questions and your library card.
Oh, nice. I know I've been, talking to a number of people and really encouraging them to download Libby. And I found that Libby is available not just like here where we live in Wisconsin, but like Libby's a thing in Colorado, for example. So
Yeah.
it seems like it's a nationally available app. Is that right?
Yeah, such libraries across the country use it, and even some people who like, let's say the snowbirds who stay in Florida and Wisconsin, they can get a card at both states and then get access to both accounts for each of the states. So they get a little bit extra. But yeah, I highly recommend downloading Libby. For those who don't know, that's for digital books, e-audio books, and magazines. That's another thing that we're also going to kind of highlight at next week's session on February 25th, which is using technology at the Manitowoc Public Library.
What is some of the technology that the library has that you want to encourage people to be able to use?
Yeah, and I do. If you haven't been in the library recently, you got to come in and see our recently renovated public or our business center.
Yeah.
We just launched that just a couple of weeks ago. So we have 9 completely new computers. We have a new service desk. Everything is just so much more accessible, and it's and this session is really about how do you use that? How do you sign on to a public computer? What programs do we have available? Because we have Microsoft Word and Excel. You can send emails, you can send faxes at the business center, but will train you on how to do that. We also, we have a copy machine. How do you use the copy machine? Especially this is tax season, so a lot of people have paperwork they got to make and things like that. So by coming in, we can help you get those fundamental skills to use those pieces of equipment to get that done.
That's amazing. I love to hear that there's access to like the Microsoft suite, right? That
Yeah,
Excel, Word. Can you do like a PowerPoint presentation too?
I believe PowerPoint is on there as well. A lot of the fundamental programs are on there,
That's amazing.
as well as like if you need to read PDFs and Adobe things like that are available to you. We also have the makerspace, which will highlight those. That's always something I love bringing up and talking about. The room where we have like sewing machines, the Glowforge 3D printer. How do you get access to those? So highlighting additional pieces of equipment beyond the business center as well.
What are some of the biggest questions or the questions that you hear the most often from people?
Well, a lot of it's like, I know this book is here and I know you should have it, but how to find it. That's why that was a big part behind tonight's session, was really kind of teaching people how to navigate the library and to find those resources. As well on the technological end, it's more just setting up an email. I need to print this from my phone. How do I do that? Which is actually a very handy tool that we do have. If you have something saved to your phone, whether it be a PDF or a JPEG, an image, anything like that, you can actually send it to our printer. You can just scan a QR code, it connects your device to it, and then you can print it.
Oh, that's
So that's
amazing.
another thing that we're going to go over at the 25th on using technology. So
Okay, so you've got one tonight, and this
yep,
is Library Card Basics at 5:30 p.m. And then next Wednesday, February 25th, again at 5:30, is going to be about using technology. Tony said there is no registration required. Come with all the questions that you might have,
yep,
explore, learn how you can use your library card, how you can really maximize it, because it sounds like you've
yeah.
got so much on offer.
Yeah, there's so much to partake in, to enjoy. I mean, your library card gets you 75 checkouts at one time. 75. So if you fall in love, if you find a shelf of books that you love, take the whole shelf. There's,
Do you have like
I've been guilty
wheelbarrows
of
or
that too.
something for like getting the books out?
I
That's
really
the
love this author. I'm going to read all of them right now. So, but yeah, so just giving you those skills that you can navigate the library, you can enjoy it to its maximum capacity.
Wow, that's awesome. What else would you like people to know?
Oh, well, we have a lot of digital resources. Our databases is another thing we're going to cover on the 25th. I always like to highlight those as well because like we have access to ancestry.com. So if you're interested in doing genealogy research, you can just hop on a computer at the library, do some family, kind of a deep dive into, census and family history on there. As well as another one is the Chilton Library, which is a little confusing because I'm not talking about the actual Chilton Library. It's the books for car repair manuals
Oh, what?
is the Chilton Library. That's what the
Oh,
database is called.
thank you for
So
clarifying
if you're, yeah,
that.
so if you have to do car repairs, there's a lot of free resources on there, and it gives you like the schematics and all the breakdowns of your different cars and things like that. So that's another thing I can show you how to access, as well as consumer reports, which is great for if you're buying a refrigerator or another car or lawnmower or something. That's another thing that the library has access to, and subsequently you by having your library card.
Amazing. Hey, okay, this is going to possibly make me sound old, Tony, but is microfiche still a thing?
Yes, it is. Um, it's we have newspapers on microfiche going back to like the 1800s. So we even have newspapers in German. I don't speak German, but if you do, you're welcome to read them. But yeah, so if you want to look up an article from, when you were growing up or a particular news event or something like that, the microfilm is available for you for public use. So that's another one that it's in the plan to kind of eventually move that into the business center. So everything will kind of be connected in that one spot where staff will be directly available to assist. But for now, it's right along Franklin Street, right next to our Manitowoc local history collection. So like all our yearbooks and city directories and things like that.
Okay, awesome. Cool. What else do you want people to know, Tony?
Well, just keep an eye out that there's always programs going on at the library. Great Decisions is in full swing right now. So if you're interested in foreign policy and a lecture series, that's Monday evenings at 6 o'clock. For about the next couple of weeks or so, and going into March, as well as winter reading. We'll be finishing up soon. So if you've started your tracker or started tracking your reading, make sure you get those in by February 28th if you want to try to win one of the raffle baskets.
Awesome. Awesome. And then before we went live, you also mentioned to me that comic book day is coming up again.
Yep.
Just tell everyone when that's going to be so we can prepare.
Yeah, that's coming up Saturday, May 2nd. We always have it the first weekend of May, so National Comic Book Day, where you're able to come in and you get a free comic book. while supplies last, as well as taking our part of our annual scavenger hunt, which I always have fun putting together, searching for different comic book characters throughout the library, as well as our costume contest. So start putting your costume together now. So we've got some really exciting prizes that we're going to have for the costume contest and things like that. So if you're a comic book fan, comic strip fan, or even like manga, Japanese comics, we kind of celebrate all that at that event. So that'll be coming up again in May.
Sounds awesome. And I hope you'll come back with your cape on and tell us more about it when we get
Yes,
to that. Okay, awesome.
definitely.
All right, so just to remind you, Tony is telling us today about being card smart, what your Manitowoc Public Library card can do for you. Library Card Basics, it's happening tonight, 5:30 p.m. at the Manitowoc Public Library. And then next Wednesday, all about using the technology at Manitowoc Public Library, again at 5:30 p.m. My guest today, Tony Plekan of Manitowoc Public Library, thank you so much for joining us. I'm your host, Tina Prigge. Thank you for watching this episode of Coffee on the Coast. We'll see you next time.